Thanks, Lance. Now, a shocking new ITeam investigation. Imagine somebody coming to your home, paying pennies for your valuables, and then selling them for a huge profit.
Many would call that a ripoff, but that's exactly what ITeam's John Mercure found happening all over southeast Wisconsin. John.
Carol, families who lost loved ones or moved them into nursing homes may have been taken advantage of. When they went to sell family possessions, they were cheated out of the profit by the person who was hired to help them. It can be a tough time. A loved one dies or needs to be moved out. Everything inside their home sold. Each year, thousands of Wisconsin families hire estate sale companies to handle the details, conduct the sales. We've discovered that some of those families may be getting cheated.
It's surreal. You can't really believe that somebody would do that in that hour of need, of when you're most vulnerable.
You'll meet a man who says he felt sick when he discovered his co-worker selling estate items on eBay for a huge profit.
She's taking advantage of the people that own the estates.
And we caught up with the woman some say is doing wrong. Initially, she denied any wrongdoing. And they say all these things, that many of these things that you sold on eBay were things that were in that estate.
No.
Anything that's $25 above, we will take a bid.
This is Sherry Kieckhofer, doing what she's done hundreds of times, working an estate sale for treasure traders of Elm Grove.
Most of the time, this stuff is better than what you can get now.
Many former employees say over the years, Kieckhofer has gotten much more than she should. Antique toys, knickknacks, art, china, vases, old pictures, sporting goods. Several sources tell us that if it was valuable, Kieckhofer would price it cheap, buy it, and resell it for lots of cash. Kieckhofer denies it all. You haven't bought things at estate sales and then sold them on eBay?
Nope.
Never?
Nope.
That's not true. Over the course of several years, there were many items that Kieckhofer bought at estate sales and later sold on eBay. This fishing lure was in a Milwaukee estate sale. Sherry Kieckhofer bought it there for less than $25. She turned around and sold it on eBay for $910. $910. That's money that should have gone to the family. The son in that family, who we're calling Bob, wanted to stay private. He's outraged.
I figured, hey, they'll do what they can. They'll get the best amount of money for that as possible. Well, evidently they did, but the business didn't see it. I didn't see it, and you just feel betrayed.
Kieckhofer denies that she bought the lure at Bob's estate sale. We talked to the people who own that estate, and they said it came from there. They said this was theirs.
No. No, not a chance.
When you look at that fishing lure, is that something that was in your estate?
Yes, it was. Yes, I had that for many, many years.
And it's not just the lure. Bob identified several other family heirlooms that were sold by Sherry on eBay, some of them for hundreds of dollars. So what do you say if families we're talking to say, yeah, that was in my family and it got sold on eBay?
I don't know, because I don't know what to tell you.
Let us tell you how several current and former treasure trader employees tell us Kieckhofer would run things. They claim she identifies valuable items, buys them on the cheap before the estate sale even begins, and then sells them here on eBay for a whole lot of money, money that she, not the family, pockets.
There's a big problem with that. That shouldn't happen or whatever, and it just shouldn't happen.
Adam is a former treasure trader employee.
She's the first one to walk through the whole house and say, oh, I like this over here, I'm going to sell this on eBay.
This is a treasure trader policy agreement. It says under no circumstance will a sales associate be allowed to price an item she's interested in purchasing. A former employee told me Sherry routinely priced items she wanted to buy. The agreement also says sales associates will not be permitted to put aside items they wish to purchase on the day of pricing. A different employee told me Sherry did this at almost every sale, hiding things in the bathroom. And look at the bottom of this agreement. It's signed by Sherry Kieckhofer.
I guess the big question is, how can a person like that sleep at night?
So if you're buying things pretty inexpensive and selling them for a lot of money on eBay, isn't that money the family should be getting here at the estate sale?
Not necessarily. I mean, these are things, I've also bought things too at times, and you don't make any money on it. So I don't know.
The owner of Treasure Traders declined our request for an interview, but in a statement wrote, I had no knowledge that Sherry Kieckhofer was selling any items she purchased from our estate sales. I'm very disappointed to learn this may have happened. Several employees claim Sherry has victimized multiple families. The eBay records tell the tale.
I'd feel pretty well cheated if I was the owner of the estate, that they have an employee working there selling on eBay, trying to make stuff for themselves.
Bob feels violated.
You cheated people. Basically, took it out when they're most vulnerable, and you're shafting them when they're not looking. That's wrong, and you need to pay for it.
Kiekofer is unapologetic.
Isn't money that should be going to the estates of these poor people ending up in your pocket because you sell it on eBay?
To some degree, I guess.
Is Sherry Kiekofer literally a thief? Well, the Milwaukee District Attorney has to make that decision on whether she should be charged with a crime. They have agreed to look at the case, and we, of course, will let you know what happens with all this.
Sad because they've already lost a loved one, and now they've lost their faith.
It's compounded now.
Wow. Okay, John.
Thanks,
Thank you
John.
very much. Well, now the latest.